try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 175. We in the building. You ain't know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Breezy, aka Poppy Sazon.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson, aka one half of the Therapy Bros. How y'all doing?
Yeah. You already know what's going on. Please download the Alive Podcast app on iOS and Android, and please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If any brand deals, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. So, episode 175. No one like us. We here. How you doing this week?
A lot of people like me. They don't like you. There's a difference. But anyway, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Definitely just, I got a major life moment. My baby girl met her great grandfather today, so that was a beautiful sentiment. Just something that, you don't get guaranteed those moments, right? So I think just being able to take it in, get that picture. So God forbid something happens where she's not of memory, like a remembering age if he's not around anymore, she'll be like, you did meet him. He did love you, like, setting that up. And then just also too, just like, I guess that is the truth. It's really true for new parents out there. Not saying it gets easier, but like you watch your kid change and it's like the things that you were stressed out about 6 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago are no longer the things that affect you, if that makes sense. Like watching her grow and then just seeing us develop as parents, like it's fire to see and just understand like how life works, but also taking time to get back into routine now, even though the kid still gets everything that they need, but just like, all right, I need to work out, I need to I gotta play games with my friends, I gotta play sports with my friends, I gotta make time for the pod, make time for family, make time to go out, get a haircut. I still haven't gotten a haircut since I think I looked at my app, it was June 25th the last time I got a haircut. I mean May 25th, so I'm looking a little crazy. But just being in that space where you see people around you are growing, things that you have thought about doing, and you realize you actually accomplished everything that was like on your bucket list. You're seeing paths in the future that are really, really beautiful. There's going to be a lot of work, but you got to really get there. And I think the last thing before I hand off the mic is just as great as things go, there's always something that holds you back. There's something you aren't putting your energy in that you probably should be, right? And I know I got something I got to really kick myself in the ass to get on so I can like really complete this not perfect picture, but the picture that puts me on the path of the man I'm trying to be in this next phase. If we're going to say phase 1 was 0 to 30 or whatever, from 31 to 60, like I'm trying to do that now. So I got to get my shit together on that end, but I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Oh man, this week's been a little tumultuous, just a lot of ups and downs, but I was actually talking to I don't even know exactly what to call her. Is she like my physical therapist or just like my nurse?
That's what you call your freak offs?
No, because I get trigger point therapy for my shoulders because I have like something wrong with my shoulder. But she's Haitian and we bond. So me and her just talking, and then she Haitian and she kind of has like a similar situation in life that I have, and she just really instilled this like continue to take grace. And I think I said this a lot throughout this whole entire year, is not that I get influenced by social media or I compare myself, but I think dudes is just the society that we are in right now. It's kind of like you can't even help it. You feel me? It's not even like I go on social media and look at other people and be like, oh, they got this. I think it's just a natural thing that we do as people. And I guess sometimes we have to give ourselves grace and respect the journey that we are in this life. Understand there are things that we need to work on. There's things that we need to be proud of. There's things that we can change. And there's some things that are just embedded in you. So I just, just give myself some grace. Had a couple scares last week. So I was like, I'm so glad and just grateful that, everything went well. So I don't know. I'm just here, man. I don't know, man. I think for this summer, the one true emotion I can sit here and say is I'm just here. And it's not necessarily a sad thing. It's actually a pretty great thing that I'm here. I'm aware. I'm present. I'm grateful. Yeah, I could do better. Yeah, I could do worse, but I'm here. I'm alive, breathing, and just enjoying the journey, what we call life.
I respect that.
I think that's it.
To that social media point, I think I put on Twitter, I was watching the Twitter documentary by Penny Princess of Insecure fame, and just thinking about what social media has devolved into. I remember all the memes and shit, especially like 2 years ago about TikTok and how it's bad for you and it's that and the third. I think TikTok is the last real social media, if we being honest. I think that with Elon copying Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it is now, and like the focus is very degrading to certain groups of people. Like I feel like once their computer says you're black, you're brown, you're white, whatever, like they really send a lot of shit at you, and it can get you down. It can make you feel away. It can make you feel less than. And I think it's very important that as we navigate it, like those are the ads we should be cutting down on. Like the best thing about Twitter is like shit like today with the basketball game, which we're gonna talk about later. Like that shit was elite. Like it was fun to be on Twitter, but it was nothing like what it used to be.
But you know what? I was actually talking to her about this, and we mentioned this plenty of time in different episodes, is dealing with the reality of life. And I think for me per se, it's not really that much of social media. It's just that society lied to us, bro. I think that's why it's not that I compare myself. I think I know the reality, but it's kind of hard to face the reality of just society lie to us. They said, bro, if you didn't go to jail, you go to school, even if you pick up extra degree, supposed to get extra money and all this stuff. And all this shit is basically a lie, bro. You got to do more than what they said to do. You got to have different forms of income. You have to you can't even access the stuff that was available in previous generations. So maybe that could be it too. And that's probably why a lot of these people in this generation don't feel like they are enough. And I want to be here today and say you are enough. You are doing your best.
Absolutely are. And it's not that they lied. They just changed the rules. It was too many people coming up off the old rules. So they made it so like, all right, yeah, you got all this shit, but now we need more. The infrastructure has changed, or the focuses have changed. So it's just like, yo, biggest tip I could say is acquire skills. Soft skills, pause, hard skills, like just make yourself valuable so that whatever room you go into, if there's an opportunity, you're able to capitalize on it, whether you are the ideal candidate or not, because you understand how to navigate different spaces. So that's the really shit.
That's right. And then also it's just because it also would just, I don't want to stay too much on that, but it's just also like what's the fun that you get after you get old? Social Security.
Yeah.
We paying into this shit that we're never going to see, that we not going to see the benefit of this shit. You feel me? It's like, what the fuck? And it's kind of like, damn, they did change the rule up on us, and we have to change and acquire all these stuff. So, hey, keep roaring, tigers. All my tigers out there, keep roaring, keep growing, keep developing, and keep being successful in this life. Now let's get into some political slick news. Kamala Harris announced her running mate, Tim Walz. Yes. Speak on it, slick.
Yeah, so Tim Walz, I believe he's the governor of Minnesota. It seems to be getting a lot of traction, a lot of love. People thought she was gonna go with, I believe, Ben Shapiro out of Pennsylvania, but she ended up taking Mr. Walz.
Is he related to that actor?
I don't know. Whatever. But I think it's important that they pick a candidate that is a man of the people. It's one of the biggest things about Kamala was like, well, yeah, we see her, but then who is she? What is she about? We didn't really hear from her. Tim Walz is a former public school educator, former Army veteran. He's served the community. He does a lot of PR work in the community. So it's like, it's somebody that you can run next to and be like, okay, you have experience in government at different levels. You have experience as an everyday person. You value things that the everyday person should value. And it looks good on the ticket. And I think that when you think about Kamala Harris in general, The alternative was a President Biden who is obviously losing his facilities. So you'll take the younger person, the person that, you know, has charisma, the person that is able to articulate and debate and do these different things. And I think the scary part for a lot of us is that A, we didn't really see a lot of her in these last 4 years. Mm-hmm. B, a lot of we haven't heard a lot of what her actual plans and platform are. Like everything that the Biden campaign, Harris campaign did 4 years ago, at least for certain communities, nothing really came out of it. A lot of the big things they promised, they were told, nah, I can't do that shit. Fuck out of here. You feel me? Go ahead.
And I think one of the biggest things, at least for me, is we know that you wasn't the candidate that we chose. I think that's another thing that's big in America's mind. It's like, not say she's definitely qualified, maybe overqualified, definitely overqualified than Trump. But I think one of the biggest things, at least for me and from what I've been talking to people, is you got this candidacy based off Biden, you know, dropping out. So it's kind of like it's not like you rallied up the people yourself. You get me? Mm-hmm. It's not like you rallied up the people and then people are all behind you and like, yeah, let's go. It's kind of like we rallied behind this one person, and due to his, you know, aging self, all right, we got to just pick you. So it's kind of like, all right, we're kind of here for you, but we didn't really come for you type of thing.
That's fair. I do got some beef with the Democratic Party. Just a little bit, because I think that we constantly hear about, you know, like we talked about last week, like the black men are not going to vote for Kamala Harris or this, that, and the third. I think that the Democratic Party is still too splintered. I think that's the thing. I think that think about the programs. When Trump was first trying to run, it's like, oh, this nigga not going to get it. So they were shitting on him. And then when they say he got it, you don't hear those dissensions amongst the rank, no matter how crazy the shit that he says or does is, right? Democrats almost, it's like you got conservative Democrats and then you got liberal Democrats. And then thinking about the party, right? We don't know who we want to be. We don't know what platform we're going to run on. And that alienates people, right? Everybody has an agenda and it's not unified. So that's the scary part. Because you could say, all right, this group isn't going to vote for Kamala Harris. It's not they're not going to vote for her, but they don't see themselves with her. And it's like even the incident that happened at her rally where the people were calling out genocide in the Middle East. And she was like, oh, so unless you want Trump back in office, like, you know, shut up, or something along those lines, right? It's like people don't realize how serious that is, but you're alienating your younger base. Politics can no longer be run on a platform where, all right, I'm going to just hide the dark shit that we do in like the small section of the newspaper. You feel me? We're seeing tragedies and atrocities and war crimes happen in real time, and we don't know what you're going to do about it. And you just dismissing it or being like, I'm putting you in your place. Like, yeah, not to say that person's going to vote for Trump, but if they don't vote, then now we're still fucked. Because now that's still, the Republicans, no matter whatever Trump says, are riding with him. You feel me? So I think as a party, stop trying to run on these angles, right? You're selling dreams. You're a pimp. that you know, your hoes believe everything you're going to say. Like, yeah, daddy, you're going to get me right. No, you're not. Yeah. Keep doing.
We're not running off the old political ways. You feel me? And I, as much as we don't like, I mean, not say we don't like Trump, as much as we give flack to Trump, Trump knocked down that wall. No longer you can play the old political game of hiding the truth and just being, yeah, we're patriots. No, he showed us the real. Now that we know the real now that we see what's going on behind the curtain, you can't hide that from us no more. And I think Kamala dropped the ball on that.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that, like, as we get closer to November, we get actual plans about what they're going to do. Not just we're going to stop Trump. That's a great idea if this is a action movie or something and he's a supervillain, which again, Project 2025 and shit like that makes it seem that way. But how are you going to support? You can't just get in the seat. It's like you don't want to just end up in a position of leadership and be like, okay, now what? Remember that shit I was talking about with the freaking debt consolidation or this and that? Yeah, no, like, what are you really going to do for people? How are you going to put money in people's pockets? How are you going to address inflation, the rising cost of goods? How are you going to like deal with this fact that somehow, some way, everything has fucking listeria in it that we're bringing into this country, all the vegetables and produce and deli meat and shit like that? How are you going to address rising housing costs? How are you going to address the problems of Social Security and Medicaid and all these different programs that have been essential to the fabric of America, right? And that's what we want. So hopefully, and we get away from the antics, the hip hop, the twerking, the streams, all that dumb shit. Like, that's cool to get people's attention, but then, like, again, what are you going to do for us as a community?
Because we're hurting. I know the news, elected officials trying to run away from that. we're about to face a huge housing crisis. We have a whole immigrant crisis. The economy is not where it needs to be. Food is expensive.
Stock market just had a fucking, it took a dump earlier this week on like Monday. It was bad.
Yeah. The crypto thing is hitting people hard. World conflict is still on the rise. Yo, everything is basically going to shits. We can no longer just sit back and just, okay, yeah, guys, we're just Americans. No, we actually need real plans, and we actually need you guys to stick to those plans too.
Absolutely.
So,
and make sure people make sure y'all go out and vote though. Like that's important. Like exercise your first, like you know, your rights as people, as Americans. Like go out, go vote, go make sure your voices are heard, and you know, let's hold these politicians accountable.
Yeah, and also realize when you are voting, you're not just voting for the president. You're voting elected official in your area, especially your local area, which that could provide real changes too. A lot of people just think you just voting for the president. No, some of the people in your area that is basically responsible for the district or area that you are located in that can really put in actual work in your community may be on the ballot this time around. But speaking of just stream and stuff, what's your thoughts about Donald Trump going on Adin Ross stream and also the talks of Kamala Harris people asking Kai Cenat to be on his stream? What's your thoughts?
It's a gimmick, but in some instances, like it works because you're trying to get to the younger audience. Like we said, Vote or Die was successful because you saw it everywhere that a lot of young people were able to consume media. And how does everybody get their media now? Through their phone, via streams. You know, you watch the rewinds, the highlights, clips of that nature. I think it shows like the power of the fan base. Adin Ross, one of the biggest streamers in the world. So you bring him on with President Trump. It's like, all right, cool. What are we talking about? Like, and that's for people that are in his party, people that are undecided, right? What are you going to do? One thing you say about Trump is entertaining. Does he know shit about being he's been president, but does he know like how to effectively get the country back on play? We don't know yet. But he's entertaining. So you put him in that medium and it's like he's going to garner some fans or, you know, people that are a little iffy, like, all right, I like this guy, even though some of the shit, like, I'm not in reading Project 2025. I'm not watching the debates. But this shit right here, I can fuck with that until you be like, oh shit, what's really happening? Versus like
him dancing with Adin Ross in front of the Cybertruck, which by the way, Cybertrucks is dead ugly. I ain't gonna lie. I thought when Cybertrucks was going to be announced, it was going to be this new. It looked fly to me at first.
Nah, bro, you got.
Now I see everybody and their mama got it.
You seen one in person? You seen one in person?
Huh?
You seen one in person?
Yeah, there's a couple of them in Brooklyn. I'm like, y'all niggas are scamming hard body out here. What's going on?
I don't know. It definitely is unique. I like it. Just like I wouldn't drive it, but it's like you see it on the road. And it's like, oh, who the fuck is that? That's the status.
I saw it next to Prospect Park. I'm like, wait, why is a cyber? This ain't Manhattan. But just speaking on the Cybertruck, Donald Trump knows what to do and then also these streaming people have a lot of influence. You're talking about Adin Ross, who average about over 100K viewers sometimes. And I understand that the people, you know, that helping Kamala Harris with her presidency, you go after Kai Cenat, the biggest one. But I respect Kai Cenat because he's saying like, nah, I'm not trying to get into that. And it is true, because once you attach yourself to a candidate, anything that she does now represents your community. So if she messes up in the media, everybody's gonna come up to you like, yo, Kai Cenat, you represented, but you know. So I can see why he denied that.
I'm 50-50. I understand him not trying to get into the middle of politics and stuff, not fucking up the bag, not trying to be on the side. But I think when your platform is as big as that, and I think that's the problem. Not the problem. It's an issue. I won't say a problem, but it is an issue with certain people that have influence and power. Yes, you can absolve yourself, but again, these are things that are going to affect you one way or the other. And to have a platform that powerful where you are the number one streamer, anyway, I wouldn't do a whole stream, but yo, come on for 10 minutes. Let's talk. Or just what you want to say. Because I think that Kai using his platform is the same way is going to get those little black and brown people that want to, you know, instead maybe it's their first time voting or they want to, you know, how do I connect with you? Because, you know, presidents aren't doing real TikToks or showing their real personalities or their real selves. So there's a power there. Not saying that it's his responsibility because, again, he's a streamer, he's a kid. But at the same point, it's like, yo, you have this chance to do something potentially positive. I'm not saying it's going to be positive. We don't never know until they get in office what happens. It's almost like you kind of like as a black man, you can't really take that step back.
The thing about it with Kai, I don't mind her doing a stream. I want her to do a stream, but I want her to find a more, because Kai streams he doesn't really ask the hard hitting questions. And I don't want her to be on some interview stuff on some hard hitting questions, because I do want her to show her a little bit of her personality, because I think that's one. I ain't gonna lie, the edits of her laugh is going crazy right now, and I love it. But I watch Kai's streams. I don't think it would be a good platform for her to be on, because he's gonna have her just do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, she's gonna look personable to the younger crews, but like you said before, you're not gonna really know what she stands for, because Kai is not gonna ask her. Kai is not a journalist. He's not gonna know the right answer, the right questions to ask her. It's just gonna make her look more personable. And I think it works better for Trump, because that's Trump's whole motive, and that's how he got into the office in the first place, is being personable. He don't really have no real policies that he want to put in place. He was talking about that goddamn war for all those 4 years, and they didn't make no progress in those 4 years.
Nah, I feel you.
He don't really have nothing to stand on. So him being personable on Adin Ross stream works for him, but I don't think it will work for Harris.
I just think people need to see her. The younger people need to see her. We haven't seen her.
Yeah.
I think that's the realest shit. Like, who are you? Not political.
But she working with Haley Bailey and other popular younger celebrities.
I mean, that's cool. I don't know. I feel like it's a tough ask. I can't be like, yo, you have to do this. But at the same point, it's like, when you think about the unfortunate circumstance as especially black people, black men, a lot of times we're listened to more in entertainment mediums than we are. And it's like if the shoe was on the other foot, somebody will ask Kai's political point of view, and he's not going to get the benefit of always saying, yo, I'm not in that. You feel me? Yeah. And I think him taking that narrative and running with it, it shows leadership in the community. And it gives him a chance to have a bigger voice than just, we get it. You dance, you have fun, you on stream, like that's lit. But sometimes you gotta do something bigger than yourself. And maybe it's not this cycle. Maybe it's 4 years down the line. Maybe it's 8. Maybe it's never. But just like when you have the power, I think we've seen that. Unfortunately, that's why it happens so often. When you think about black leadership, a lot of times it's from that entertainment sector that gets people's attention. I think Kai had a great opportunity to do that.
I agree. Now let's talk into something that's going on local. So Nassau County lawmakers passed the Mask Transparency Act, which makes it illegal to wear masks or other facial coverings in public, with exception given for medical, religious, or cultural reasons. The law was passed along the party lines, with 12 Republican members of the county legislation voting for the law and 7 Democrat voting nay for the law. The people who end up violating the law can face up a fine to $1,000 or up to a year in jail. This is taking Long Island by storm. And Slick, we talked about the Philly ban of the ski mask. And I have said on this platform, I'm all for this ban of ski masks. But if you're not familiar with Long Island can be very on the racist side. So now I got to take responsibility of what I said now, because I did want to see something like that with the ski mask, because I've seen them shits in summertime, and I do not like that shit at all. But I could see them using this act to basically fine people for no reason. Because if you didn't know, during the whole pandemic, Long Island was one of the strongest people in New York over here against the mask. And this could be bad for a lot of people. It could be a lot of people end up having a bunch of fines or send a lot of people to jail for something as a face covering. I don't know how I feel about that.
No, 100%. I think that it's definitely it's definitely anti-black. It's definitely detrimental, because again, some people still wear. I know they said like, oh, you can wear a mask if you're having, if you have like a medical reason or stuff like that, but it's subject to interpretation, and that's scary. Mm-hmm. We've seen in this country, you cannot give certain officers or certain powerful sources the ability to decipher what the law is, and there's more important shit we should be talking about. Is it a safety concern? Like, yo, if the kids walking around with ski masks, you like, is this robbery up to like the rationale and shit? Okay, I can sort of get you on that. I'd be like, in certain spaces, you gotta take it off. You feel me? But you telling me that I could be arrested and fined for something that I chose to wear, that I paid my money for, that don't sound very democratic to me.
And there's still COVID going around for people, and some people are still scared of COVID. So, man. But let's get into some celebrity news, man. All right. I just real quick, Slick. Michael Jordan's son is currently on vacation, and you know, paparazzi got him doing a little bit of bump. What's your thoughts about my boy MJ's son doing a little bit of I think his name is Marcus Jordan.
That's Marcus, yeah. I don't give a fuck. I mean, he rich. He doing his thing on vacation. Respectfully, I'm like, y'all bothering him. This isn't even a story because that man is respectfully not important to the grand scheme of things.
My boy was out there doing bumps on the beach.
Why not?
And you was messing with Loss of Pippin?
When he's supposed to do his bumps.
I ain't gonna lie. LeBron James is the GOAT. It's off that fact alone. Both of his sons are fighting for the NBA, and your son is doing bump on the beach, MJ.
Respectfully, Bronny got some work. Bryce got some work to do because I don't know how he got ranked number 100 in the country. I've seen the boy play. He looked like he told. That's it.
I think he got a better. I think he got a good shot.
Yeah, for a regular nigga.
He got the chase down art like his father though.
Not jacking
and
it.
And then also, what happened?
Not jacking it. Not jacking it.
Now, Slick, this kind of broke my heart a little bit. Kehlani got accused of being in a sex cult by her baby daddy.
That wasn't what he said.
What he said?
He just came out with a whole statement earlier, like, yo, TMZ misconstrued his words and put out some bullshit. And Kehlani about to sue them niggas. So we not even going to do that to her. I thought she was going to talk about the fact that they was coming for her for taking a picture with Chris Brown.
Oh, man, that beef was old, man. Like, you feel me? You know what? I was thinking she was going to be in the crowd with Victoria Monet because she was in the LA show too. So I was thinking like, And also the Tiny Desk, you didn't play Hate the Club. I know why you didn't do it because, you know, the girl that you wrote the song about is in a happy, loving relationship now. But I wanted that in your Tiny Desk, Kehlani. But just for the sex cult thing, I just wanted to know where it was and I would have joined. Just on me. I would have joined if it was true. But as far as just the custody battle that she has with her son, with her daughter, please, I don't like when I hear those stuff in public. Like, those are private matters. And especially when it comes to just sharing custodies with your kid, that's something I never want to see on the news. So prayers to both of the parties involved. But Kehlani, if you're really in that shit, I'm ready to change religion. Okay, what's your thoughts about Nicki Minaj's sister? I'm talking about their strange relationship, and a lot of people been getting at Nicki Minaj talking about how you leave your sister like that, and because her sister is an aspiring rapper. Do you believe that? So the argument on social media is the problem with the Black community is we don't believe in nepotism. And a lot of things, there's a clip going around from Nicki Minaj being on live talking about, I built this on my own type of thing, sort of insinuating that her sister need to do the same thing too. What's your thoughts on that?
That's a tough one. I definitely think Black people need to lean into nepotism more. You know what I think? Black nepotism don't be father to son or like mother to daughter or father to daughter. It'd be like homie to homie. That's
yeah.
It'd be like, oh, you my mans, I'm gonna put you on type situation. I think with the Nicki Minaj situation, that's gonna be a dig. Like, I don't care because I don't care. But at the same point, I mean, I can see both sides. Like, yo, I built this up. I'm not just gonna hand it to you, and if you're not ready, like you putting out trash and whatnot, I can't willfully put you in this position. But I think there's a way to go about that without demeaning, especially a family member. Like, yo, because her sister's what, 16, 18, something like that.
Yeah, something around there.
I'm like, you got access to media training, you got access to good producers, you got access to coaches, things that can possibly elevate her and be like, all right, go get it on you. Like, I'll invest in you. Like, an investment into her sister, I can see that. Because I'm like, again, a lot of us Black people don't get that opportunity, that money, that wealth to kind of put their kids on and put their families in situations where they can grow. So I think to say I'm completely not helping you is kind of fucked up. But on the other end of the spectrum, it's like, all right, cool, I can invest in you. Because I think that's really the key. You pay it forward. Like, you say you got it out the mud, but then somebody took a chance on you, right? When you was just the girl, shorty from Queens with the big butt. I didn't know you was really a rapper. So I seen what video? I think the first time I heard Nicki for real. Like, I seen her on 106 Park.
Scotty.
Nah, not even that, bro. I found Demi Scotty after I heard her on, I think it was some remix. She was on a 5-star chick. She's on a 5-star chick. I heard her name.
Wait, Yo Gotti.
Yeah, I didn't listen to I didn't listen to Beam Me Up Scotty. But I started hearing Itty Bitty Piggy in the parties. You know, girls was throwing ass to that. And then and I was like, all right, Beam Me Up Scotty. So that's why I feel like you gotta reach out a little bit.
I'm with you 100%. And she's 18. I know people's gonna be surprised when I name this person. I think what Kendrick Lamar did with Baby Keem was a great thing. We didn't know Baby Keem was his cousin until Baby Keem started making a name for himself, and that's when Kendrick Lamar can publicly embrace him. And I think she need to do the same thing too. You got to make a way for yourself, like, because you got to understand, for Nicki Minaj mindset is, I built this by myself, like in an era where female hip hop was dead, where female hip hop was non-existent. The last person that was popping before I took the reign was Missy Elliott and Trina, and that was a couple years prior. Now you're in an era where there's mad female hip hop stars, and it's opportunity for you. And you coming to me to boost you up, and you didn't even put in your work for yourself. So I can understand Nicki Minaj's take on not supporting her yet. Let me see you work. Let me see you put out projects. Let me see you do the media run. Let me see you acquire your fan base first, because it's much more easier now than when I was on. Now, if it was in the same time when Nicki Minaj was coming up, okay, then I'm on her sister side. Like, yo, bro, you know how hard it is now. But Slick, you can attest to it. It's easier to build yourself up as an artist now than back then.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot more avenues. You could put your own shit out there. You could drop 50,000 tapes before you sign it to anybody.
So I understand her, and then also is like, I don't want to, and I often struggle with this too, because I don't want to give you a handout and you not really appreciating it, and you fuck it up, because now my name is attached to you. I got to make sure you understand to appreciate the opportunity I give you, and at least understand, even if you don't like the opportunity, how to walk away from the opportunity while maintaining my reputation for the person that helped you. And not a lot of people know how to do that, because you might get the opportunity and might not like it, and then just fucking burn all the bridges, and then niggas looking at me like, yo, this is your people's. You referred me to them, and now look what they did. So I can see both sides though. Yeah. But
I think I look at it like teaching. Like, I could give you the answer, but if you don't remember it or know how to apply it, you're screwed. But if I put you in position to figure it out on your own, give you the tools, and you make your own meaning and understanding of the way you get it, and you get it on from that, then I've done my job. And I think that's what it is. It's like, we develop youth, we develop talent. Like, I'm gonna put you in position to succeed, and how bad you want it is what you get. Whether you want the grade, you want the likes, the views, the success, whatever it may, the awards, whatever it may be, it's on you. I'm gonna pass you the ball, but it's on you to run the system.
That's a fact. Now let's get into some music now, Slick. This is what I want to talk about this week over here, Slick. First of all, we gotta give PartyNextDoor his flowers for the beautiful concert that he had in Toronto over here.
I heard his show was ass.
His set was probably ass. The person that I want to talk about set wasn't ass over here. He couldn't even start his record, Slick. That's how much people love him out there. And he I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of tight that he started off with Sweeter Man, because he didn't do that shit on tour, which I was like, come on, gang. Everybody been wanting you to do that. And I found out the backstory on that. I found out that the artist just doesn't want to clear the sample. So that song will probably never be on a care package anytime soon. But with the PartyNextDoor concert and Drake performing, there is an announcement of a collaboration album this fall. What's your thought? Because PartyNextDoor, you was one of the biggest people in college that was rocking with P1, P2. You was with Colors. You was rocking with everything. What's your thoughts on the possible collaboration album? Not possible, the collaboration album between Drake and Party that's coming this fall.
It's a great move for both parties, no pun intended. I think that one thing we never got, even before the beef, we never got the Heartbreak Drake R&B album, a mixtape we supposed to get back in 2012. So the fact that you're going to have two guys that when they come together and make a song 9.5 out of 10 times, the shit is fire. And even if it's not 100% fire, it's going to grow and you're going to be singing that shit. I think that they complement each other very well. I think for Drake, after coming off the beef and everything, it's like, you already know your next rap album is going to be severely dissected. You already know everything you're going to be everything you're going to do is going to be tied into that. So coming out with the deep cuts. Oh, you like Drake with the melodies? Watch me go break Michael Jackson's record with these melodies. Watch me go, do another $300 million tour off these melodies. And my mans, who everybody say I don't never put nobody on, look what happened with 21 when we put out a project together, right? Look what happened to DJ Khaled's chart success when we put out singles together, right? In terms of like actual charting. So now you're saying my guy who sold millions of records, but again, people say he should be bigger in the space, and Party himself has said, yeah, I don't try that hard. But now it's like I'm way on the marquee. And this is where we'll really see if the Drake effect has really died or not, if this album comes and goes and nobody cares about it. But excuse me, just off the optics, it's gonna hit. The little snippet that you sent me was tough. And again, they don't really miss. And it's the fall. So we already know for all the dogs, cuffing season, what's finna happen. You got two dudes that's jaded by all they women. This might be really what For All the Dogs is supposed to be, which again, I think I said it last week, I gave it a B+, right? Or B, something like that.
I'm here for it, Slick. All these girls are being a thotty right now. All the niggas is being a thotty right now. It's gonna warm my heart when shit starts slowing down and you finally find the right girl and you find out she was a hoe this whole summer.
Whoa!
And now you struggle between loving her and I love it, Slick. I already know the album. I already know it.
But I feel like for regular folk, it's too expensive outside. So and everybody had babies this year, so I don't think a lot of people got a chance to be a hoe this summer.
Niggas still being hoes.
Be conservative hoes.
Still being hoes.
Well, either way, the album it might be the remedy for that heartbreak or that those feelings you're feeling when we get into the fall.
I'm here for it, Slick. I'm here for it.
October drop.
If this song's like members only on that shit, nigga, I'm gonna be thinking about heartbreaks from kindergarten, my nigga. Yo, you didn't want to share your pencils with me, bitch? Die slow.
What is wrong with you?
Yo, shorty, you didn't want to give me a wine at the Armory, bitch.
I'm done.
Nah, I'm here for it, Slick. Just give me straight vibes like that. Don't give me that Bad Bunny song that you had on our last album with Drake and yourself. Don't give me that. Don't keep that in the vault. But give me those vibes like that, Slick. I'm here for that album over here. But speaking on the boy, Slick, let me know. We going viral or we gonna be chill? We gonna be mature?
Have fun, nigga.
We've been having mature episodes, so I'm gonna try to be just mature.
Let your nuts hang. Go ahead.
You know, why y'all niggas is still going not like us, and y'all still sitting here waiting for the smoking broccoli song from that snippet from the video. I could tell you on the behalf of the OVO community, we fed on this side. We are fed on this side. Y'all niggas is still starving and asking your little short Messiah nigga from Compton over here for a fucking snippet, and that nigga done left you niggas. Before we get into that, Slick, before we get to the 100 gig drop, Mustard, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, Mustard? How's your album doing over here? The Faith Seed of a Mustard, whatever this album called. Shit sold what? Triple aluminum for you right here? You sat here and sold out your soul to go sit here and produce that beat. And I'm just going to say right now, Slick, you're going to disagree with me. Not like us. It's only popping because that beat is extra fire. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it, Slick. And you sat here and crashed out and ditched the boy for that nigga. That nigga could even tweet your album. Nigga could even make a story. That nigga couldn't make a story. That nigga couldn't give you the smoking broccoli, whatever that snippet niggas is feeding for. He couldn't put that on your album at all. That nigga disappeared. And your shit sold 17K. While my nigga just gave my boy Gordo 2 Lucy's. And that shit streamed more than your old album, nigga. How you doing, Mustard? Now you want to come after my boy talking about he's the white supremacy, he's the white Malcolm X. It's like, what's your thoughts on that? Or Mustard?
You crashed out. And you crash out, you say wild things.
And then, but you know what? He gave academics context. He's saying that Drake's been fucking with a lot of people behind the scenes. Slick, I'm here to sit here and say, what the fuck did y'all think this nigga was gonna do? Y'all thought y'all was gonna call this nigga a pedophile, and he might, to the public opinion, he lost the battle, but he's not gonna try to lose the war. Slick, do you think he's wrong for fucking with people behind closed doors? having Gordo drop the same day as Mustard, stopping TDE people from performing at the venues, little things like that. Do you think Drake is wrong for that? Are we still not at war?
True.
Are we still not at war?
True. You got it.
But people is sitting here calling Drake corny for doing what he's doing. Y'all thought y'all was going to call this nigga a pedophile and have the whole world singing A minor. You think this nigga's going to sit at the embassy and let y'all niggas eat? After y'all keep trying to clickbait him, Mustard, go back over there. Go get some catch up and catch up with the record sales, nigga. Now, back to Drake. My nigga just dropped 100 gigs for your head top, Slick. With 3 new snippets, which one we premiered in the beginning of this episode, Housekeeping Notes featuring Lotto. We're going to talk about Lotto too. I ain't going to lie, I have to give a public apology to Slick and to Lotto. Well, I'll save that after this rant. He gave you 3 new tracks. Then he gave you a bunch of behind the scenes and in-depth look on majority of his albums. Stick, just go off because I already feel like I'm talking enough. It's like you could take the baton right here. What's your thoughts on the 100 gigs for niggas head tops over here?
I think Drake is just closing the door on this era of himself, especially the way the beef went and whatever. I think it's like, yo, y'all got this is everything that we've done for the last couple of years. We had in the vault, gave you a couple singles. I think that we're about to enter, I don't want to say phase. This might be like phase 3 of Drake. He's heard the comments, the criticisms, the jokes. He's had the success. He's done everything you could possibly want to do as an artist in his position. I think now we're about to start. We might get a different phase. I think being able to see him make classic albums and classic records, have given insight on certain songs, dropping the loose tracks, just like, all right, cool. This is the Drake I remember. Just throwing songs out like, just all right, here I got this. Oh, here's this video. Here's this and that. So I think it's a good next step into like trying to rewrite the pages that's going on the last couple months.
And I enjoyed the fuck out of it because we got to hear some of his creative process on how he makes his songs, which was great for me because when he was listening to Hours in Silence, part of the Her Loss, and how he was vibing to it, I'm like, yo, this nigga just like me. I ain't gonna lie, it builds a lot of it makes you more connected to him because when you see him vibing out to his own songs, you're like, oh, this nigga just like me when I listen to this nigga over here. Or when he talks about how he constructed the One Dance, or how 40 and how his team, because when and shout out to Young Guru, how he got the verse from Jay and how his team got along. It was like, yo, we're gonna take a 2-hour nap here. We're gonna make sure we get it to him before he do his set. And then you see some of the concepts of songs. And then there was songs that had songs that's been on his album that had a whole different beat. There was like extended version of Into Deep. You had some other stuff when he was in the Bahamas. I was like, yo, this is what we needed from Drake. Because we forgot that he was our underground king, Slick, which he says in Take Care, which is your favorite album. We forgot he was our underground king. We out here championing him when he first came out and propelled him to the stardom that we have. And I guess over the last couple of years, especially because, you know, the stuff that he talks about in his latest albums is stuff that most people can't relate to compared to what he was talking about in the beginning of his career. There was a gap between relatability between the fans and him. So I think him releasing this 100 gigs for your head top bridges that and shows you like, yo, I'm still here. I'm still relatable, even though the stuff that I'm talking about and the stuff that I mentioned in my rap, y'all probably can't relate to it, but hey, I'm still here. But now, Slick, I also have a little problem with it too, because in some of the album cuts, yeah, this is for the rap, this is for that, and I'm like, oh shit. He does do it, and we talk about it a lot in this podcast. He does label it like that. Yeah, this I'm gonna put this for the rap. I'll put this for this, and I'm like, nigga, you're never gonna get a classic album like that, gang. I just realized that he's never gonna get a classic album like that. Oop. And I was seeing a video when he was like, yeah, this is gonna be for the rap. I'm like, oh shit, bro, you might as well just release separate EPs for each of your audience at this point.
I ain't going
because you're not gonna get the recognition. Go ahead.
If Drake's smart, just drop. Like I would just drop I'm gonna pull a Chris Brown and drop a 40-song album, but not 40-song album. Like I'm gonna drop 4 separate projects, like you're saying. Like it's easy to do because then you say, all right, cool, you got this volume 1, volume 2, or do like Nas, you dropping 3-4 projects in a span of a year or whatever. Like this is like, oh, this is the R&B album for the fall. Oh, this is the boom bop rap for the winter. Oh, this is the spring vibe. This is the summertime vibe. This is the spring heat. Like, you feel me? The warm up music. Like, I would just do that because I'm liking it to anime, right? Real quick. Think about Bleach, what they did. Like, you get anime weekly or you get a whole show, you just run in. Like, sometimes people fall off, people can fuck with it, you get filler or whatnot. You give us a core. You give us 12 to 16 just solid joints right now. And then you got people, wait, oh, what's next? What he going to do next? That shit gets the fan base going. And I think that for not just him, a lot of big artists, but just because of his output the last 4 or 5 years, you do that and you can create those compact, records or, concise, consistent records. And we know what the theme is. So it's like nobody's saying like, 4 Doors will be an R&B album. It is once you get to track 6 or track 8. You feel me? Or, CLB sound like regular Drake. It does until you get to like track 10. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like we're waiting till the back half of albums when people's attention spans are a lot shorter now to see like, oh, this is where the innovation is coming in. You feel me? And I think that's what he get away from.
Now I have a question for you because I know you have a problem with some of his recent albums. If he released a vlog going through the creative process for these albums, do you think would you up the score on some of these albums? Like if for like Certified Lover Boy, I know you had a problem with it. If he had gave you his creative process going through it with the vlog along the release of the album, do you think you would better connect with it than you had if it didn't have that?
I think it's a chance, absolutely, because I feel like I would know what to expect. I think when CLB came out, they said, oh, this is the one. This is the classic one. And then it was cool for that week. And then I was like, I've heard this before. Like, I think, again, I've said it. Her Loss is probably my favorite Drake project since Views.
You like Honestly Nevermind?
It's cool, but it's like that's a different album. That's like his experimental album. He was on the wave. Like it's dope. And to be honest, I gotta go through and play it again because it's like that. Her Loss is my shit. I was like, this is the Drake I need. Like, all right, I'm rich. I'm talking my shit out of my bag. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say. And then even for All the Door, like, I go back to it. I could play it. I mean, I deleted. It's probably the only Drake album I've ever deleted songs off of. But
you deleted what songs you deleted?
The Bad Bunny song.
I know the Bad Bunny song. I already know. What else?
I gotta look. But I definitely got rid of the Bad Bunny song. What other?
I don't think you fuck with the Eat song like that.
Nah, the Eat song is cool. Do I play it through every listen? I've been listening to it working out, so it has good energy to it. But I don't go back to it.
Maybe Daylight or Fair Heights. I don't think you like Fair Heights.
I don't think I listen to Fair Heights. Shout out in Daylight. I listen to Shout out in Daylight just because it's Shout out in Daylight. It's funny.
But you actually like the Calling for You song.
I do like Calling for You. I love Calling for You. That's like I like when the album dropped. Like, oh, this is cool. It's weird because the 21 verse is fire. That little minute and 40-second snippet shit that he put in. I was like,
the shorty complaining about nigga taking her out on the vacation.
But I think that's the theme of the album. And that's why I was like, I had to go back through and listen to it. And I'm like, oh, he's rich. He's always with someone with a baddie, and it's never enough. He's never enough. The Vacation I got you in Jamaica with Oxtail and shit like that. Yeah, I ain't put you
to the Bahamas, mama.
That shit is a beautiful record. But it's just like, oh, that's the nature of the case. Let's keep it moving on. We been talking about Drake.
This is what Drake needed over here.
It is.
We still got some music, but this is what y'all niggas over here. This is nigga after this beef. He hit you with the BBL Drizzy beat. Hit you with a funny song, the Dear Delilah, which he performed at the concert, which was kind of crazy because niggas were singing that shit. So I'm like, this nigga could release a funny song and niggas still fuck with him. He released Unz music, and then now he back to his rap shit. You can't. The elimination of Drake can't happen. Slick, let these niggas know. You pick the side, stay on that side, niggas. Slick, you pick the side, but I love you though, so you can still stay here though. When I meet Drake, I'm gonna bring you along because you my guy. But the other niggas, you pick the side. Stay on that motherfucking shit, bitch. And also, everybody over here, oh, Kendrick, on the behalf of the OVO community, in my Stephen A voice. We do not care. We are fed on this side over here. We are fed and we are good. Y'all keep waiting for that chipmunk nigga from Compton over here who don't give nobody no handout. Can't even tweet, post or do anything for other niggas over there. Y'all keep waiting for that nigga. We fed on different types of food over here. Niggas not just serving soul food over here. We getting Caribbean. You want Greek, nigga? You want Mediterranean, nigga? We got it over here on this side, nigga. Fuck out of here, Pimp Squeak. But now, Slick, let's get to Lotto. I want to give a public apology to you, Slick and Tolato. I wasn't familiar with her game. I wasn't familiar with her game. A lot of new albums coming out the day of this podcast. I will be taking a listen, but Lord Jesus, she is bad. I'm talking about bad. Top 3, might be top 2, not 2. Slick, I wasn't familiar with your game, Slick. You had great insight. I messed up with the scissor part. I still think in your top 3 you should put Mellow Bucks in because you need a roughneck. But hey, I respect your 2. I respect your top 2 picks though.
I told you, I'm gonna probably pick a weird girl that like anime, either Meg or Doja pulling up. But I told you, I seen it. I fuck with Meg still though. I ain't gonna Flo Milli high key though. Flo Milli.
Yo, and she fuck with Haitians. Flo Milli,
you don't never want to lose me. No, I don't, mama. What's up? I've been a Flo Milli fan since Why Is You Here. That album was tough. That album, she's talented as fuck. But nah, that's a fact. It's just like it's no R&B girls for me. Like that's how I feel. I was like, dang, if I was outside and pseudo famous and didn't have a family, I'm at the Lotto concert like this. Take me home with you,
bruh. She better not treat me like Omalay. Put me up there on that stage. I'm gonna act a fool.
I'm be like, you saw the video where the girl was dancing on stage with the short dude. He's trying to pull his shit out.
I'm on it. Lotto better not play around. Her in Brooklyn too. On me now, Slick. Your favorite artist, Kanye. Vultures 2 came out. You want to talk about Vultures 2 real quick? I didn't get to listen to it. What's your thoughts on it?
It didn't sound finished. You know me. I'm up there early in the morning nowadays for my reason for family, and I played it and I was just it's cool. I know he put the little letter out saying, oh yeah, it'll be updated in real time. That means it wasn't done, and I think that goes even to like the shit with the dentist. They saying that he was drugging up Kanye and shit like that. Kanye got a addiction habit or a substance abuse habit. Yeah,
he's on nitrous laughing gas.
I think we should.
And his former manager Milo is talking about and Conley got him hooked on it, and he's paying mad money to the dentist, and all the people taking advantage of it and stealing his money basically.
Yeah, I think we should wait. I want to give you a chance to respond. So I think we should table this for next week, just because it's like, yo, that's a lot of accusations, and we just we'll open up with this next week if no other crazy shit happen.
But you know what? It's so hard with me with Kanye or with Ye because he changed his name to Ye. You can never know what's a rollout with this nigga sometimes, bro. And I feel like every couple of months when he's not being talked about, he's the type of person like, yo, let's throw out something so I can still be relevant in the news. I feel like that way. I might be 100% wrong, and I'm okay to be 100% wrong. But I feel like he's the type of nigga 6 or 7 months, if I'm not talked about just a little bit, I don't feel right. Because even when the beef shit was going on, yo, Dot, I got you. Nigga didn't have nobody. But I'm gonna listen to Vultures 2. Hopefully it's better. I did like Vultures 1 though. But let's get to some sports, Slick. The Olympics is lit, Slick, all across the board. From the track, track's been wonderful this year. This Olympic go around, track's been wonderful. But Slick, before we talk about the other sports, Slick, Serbia K out here, Slick. Big USA energy. We are here. Fuck Joker. Fuck Ryan Donovich. Don't you ever disrespect Melo, nigga.
Yo, bro, he's talking. He did the shit. I was like, oh, nah, that nigga's been a turn up. That was probably the most intense basketball game I have seen since, I feel like Braun versus Steph 2016.
I agree.
Because I think that as a team, until you say you could invest in something, unless you're a Boston fan, because they definitely said, fuck your superstar, your role players is better for us. But you really, like, I turned the game on at the end of the first, middle of the second quarter, and they were down. Like, they said, Steph has 18 of 24 points, and they're losing. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, shit. And then, no, they were not missing from three. Joker is that. I don't care. When my mom had never, she didn't know who Joker was. She didn't know who B was. She's like, I said the best player in the league is killing him. She's like, who's the best player? I was like, him, number 15. She's like, the fat white one. I was like, that man is a problem,
bro.
Shout out to Bron, because Bron really took because he was killing Embiid. He was killing fucking Anthony Davis. He was getting the switch on the guards. Bron said, fuck that, I'm gonna muscle up. If they call it, they call it. So the fact that, he made, you saw Jokic get tired because like, the banging down low, it was crazy. Pause. I know you're gonna pause me on that one. But Steph Curry, man possessed. And again, once Bogey said that shit to Melo, bro, them niggas went on a run. I'm not gonna shit to me. This is what NBA, I'm not going front. NBA basketball, all these offensive rule changes and taking defense out, that shit is very mundane and very boring. Like, yeah, I need defense. I need, the fact that if we look at the Olympic basketball, you've been following it. The team with the biggest star has not been winning. Giannis got sent packing. He only had 23-2. Right? Canada had all those MVP runner-up. RJ Barrett been killing. Jamal Murray looked human. He looked like a nigga you see at the park. That used to be nice.
Yo, so I'm sorry. I know you. That nigga that makes that Jamal Murray video, he need to get sued by Jamal Murray, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie. That's violation on so many levels.
That nigga was point shaving. That nigga point shaving, bro. Canada out the paint. Granted, I ain't go from France. They've been cheating. The refs been calling some bullshit. But even France,
it's niggas in Paris.
But niggas in Paris is really this shit. But even in real talk, you think about it. Rudy Gobert got benched in the quarterfinal and played like 8 minutes today. Wemby, say what you want. He got the highlight. He dunked on son. Wemby was 4 of 17. Cordier, whatever that nigga's name is, and freaking Yasabule, whatever, like the dancing bear. Yo, if FIBA basketball reminds you of like high school, college ball, where it's like, it's talent here. It reminds you of high school ball. It's talent here, but the right defense, the right sets, like you gonna have to play a role. What is your role? And then, we not no defensive three. We here. Like you got to actually be able to make a move on me. You better have a post game. You better have a mid range. Them niggas was down 17, bro. And it looked bad. For 3 quarters, they cut it to 6, and then they went back up 14-16. I was like, oh my God, we gonna lose with the fucking Avengers. And Jokic is gonna get a statue in every fucking country.
Yo, bro. Because already the coach was talking about this team is better than the Dream Team, the 92 Dream Team. So that already put mad pressure on us before the game. And for us to be that down, I ain't gonna lie, Slick. Lakers, trade everybody except AD for Curry now. Please, Rob Pelinka, if you listen to this, talk to the Warriors right now. I don't care if he got to trade D-Lo and his baby mama. Trade these niggas. I need Curry to the Lakers now.
Bro.
I need him now.
The actions that they would run, bro. Shit, I trade AD for KD real quick too. Fuck it. We gonna go out with a fucking bang. We gonna run. This gonna be the hybrid Warriors. Go get me a shooter. We got Dalton Connect. You gotta be Klay Thompson. Granted, he gonna probably have to be in that trade too. Now we giving up AR. We giving up Austin Reeves. We giving up D'Lo. We giving up Vanderbilt. We giving up Max Christie. We giving up every pick we got. We here,
bro. I'm giving Jhene Buss. You want the CEO too, nigga? Take her. Take everybody. Give me Curry now. And then Rudy Gobert, we need to have a conversation. If he wins a lot of defensive player of the year, NBA.
It's a regular season award, bro. It's easy to quantify. He blocked shots. He rebounds. They had the number 1 defense. Wemby had a losing record.
Younger nigga do better than you.
I mean, he's better.
You're the big bro.
He's better than him. That's how it typically goes. And then Lyles.
But hold on, it was no better than being American at that moment. I swear, everybody was so patriotic during that time on Twitter, bro.
Yo,
niggas was like, America.
Bro, niggas be forgetting that niggas die every day in America. But it was like, yo, even KD said some bad shit happens in America. But sometimes we got some good shit. Like the Olympics is really. You can look at the Olympic team and you can tell the era of basketball that you're in, bro. 92 was like the transition. We going from the 80s and what it looks like to be, Jordan, Magic, Bird. Then you get the 90s. You got the dominant big men, Barkley, Ewing, Shaq, like just dominant. In 2000, you got the Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett team. 2004, you had stars that weren't really adapting to the game. It was like, all right, the game is changing over here. We can't
happy to be here.
Yeah, it's like and nobody wanted to go. In 2008, Kobe Bron, D Wade. 2012, Kobe Bron, KD. The anointing. 2016 and 2020, you got the KD. You got that's when we started asking those questions, right? Who's the next guy after KD and Bron and them is gone that's going to carry the torch? You look at that 2020-21 team in the Olympics, you like Keldon Johnson got an Olympic gold medal? JaVale McGee got an Olympic gold medal? What the fuck were we doing?
Nah, shout out to JaVale McGee. He just
no disrespect, but it's like
woman, though.
It's no disrespect, but it's like, yo.
He was cuffing that booty in that picture, though. Shout out to you, though. Sorry, my fault.
I say it's no disrespect, but it's like, yo, normally you get like the top 12, you get 18 of the top 12 players in a 20 12 of the top 18 players in the league. So he's like, what? And then now it's like, oh, you lose the world championship? Say less. We're still in the big guns. Be in Paris. I know Bron said he's not gonna play in LA. That shit isn't LA, bro. They gonna hold the spot for you. And it's like, what is your decline? At 39, you got a fucking triple double in the Olympics? KD. That nigga KD hit the nigga with the whoops. Hold that nigga. My baby was asleep, and I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh shit!" And I just looked down, and I saw she was mean mugging me, like, "Really, nigga?" I was like, "I'm sorry, baby." Like, Steph.
Shit was better than the finals, bro.
OD, better than the last 3 finals.
Facts.
Better than the last 3. Better than the last good
but
finals.
They gotta blow out France. They can't let that shit. They can't let the ref.
Nah,
they can't let the ref do it.
But the thing about France doesn't have an offensive hub. And the problem with France is that you're going to have to deal with the reps. But getting out in transition, the thing about it is most of these teams, like Canada game, Shy got his, RJ got his, they shut everybody else down. The Germany game, it was some questionable shit a few times, but it's like you had role players that was killing. They international guys that are killers in the international game. Team USA just beat Joker, and Joker was shit. If I ain't respect him, you respect him before, you got to respect the shit out of Joker now.
Imagine this nigga got in shape. Like, I'm talking about really take care of his body on some LeBron James shit.
He's not athletic, but he got it. Like, this was the first time he started throwing up them little end of shot clock heaves. I was like, oh my God, he's going to make this shit because he makes it in the league. But that's that bullshit NBA.
Son.
So,
but Bogdanovich, don't ever disrespect Melo again, nigga.
Yo, the pictures,
that's a New York legend, nigga.
I need those. I need the picture of Bron and Melo. Like, yeah, this nigga would have fucking thought. And I need the KD, Steph, and LeBron joint. I need that photo. I need that.
Or just the LeBron with the Curry holding his head. I ain't gonna lie, that was a little Ayo, but I'm gonna respect it this time around. You feel me? Shout out to
yo, don't be surprised that the report came out. Steph said, yo. He said, I'm gonna talk to the Warriors, see where they at, and see what I'm trying to do. He don't want to leave California. You and LeBron get to run for 2 more years? Why not?
Well, I'm here for it. Now, no Lyles, I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of just the beef between the basketball and no Lyles still go on because after beating them, they said, "Yo, we not getting no bronze, no bronze." No Lyles just got bronze at the race.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that. He did win gold in the 100 meter and the closest 100 meter ever. Don't do that. And
they need to change the rule because my nigga from Jamaica foot was first. My nigga Jamaica, his foot was first.
The reasoning for that was just saying that like you could jump and get your foot across the line first. So it's always been upper body. So we're not going to negate a rule that's always been in place that the track community unders. If the track community was in the uproar, it's different. The general nigga being uproar, we don't give a fuck about what the regular nigga says. I'm not even a track dude, but that was my response to it. I'm like, shit. What's the rule? If the rule is there and the track people say, yo, that's what it's always been, that's what it is. Can't change rules because niggas is mad.
So, your thoughts about him winning bronze, but also a report that he had COVID.
He found out he had COVID on Tuesday after his race on Monday, which he hasn't run since then, so I'm not necessarily upset about that point. I think that he wanted to give it.
He was dancing and singing along prior to the race, and then he hugged the first place winner too. Nigga, you had COVID. You hugging niggas?
Well, shit. Sometimes you beat me here, but I'll beat you when I beat your immune system. Fuck it. I think that it's not a bad thing. Like we laughing like he came in third. Nigga, he came in third in the 200. He got a gold and a bronze medal. He got a bronze with COVID. So what happened? That's a race that he's won the world. He's won this race before. So he has an asterisk. He could come back in 2028 and be like, yo, I want what's mine.
Hey, but he's our hate dog. I think out of everybody in the Olympics right now, at least for America, he's our op. He shouldn't be our op because he's representing us, but I guess how he handled himself, he's like the op for this Olympics. Maybe he's like the heel, like Dominic Mysterio.
Shout out to Dominic.
SummerSlam.
Shout out to Dominic Mysterio, boy. He lost one bet, he pulled up with another one.
What? He loved that white. He liked the magnesium milk.
This show WWE been killing. We can talk about that later too.
Facts. Real quick.
Hold on, wait, before you do that, before you shout out to U.S. track and field though, Sydney McLaughlin. Shout out to U.S. women's gymnastics team, Katie Ledecky.
St. Lucia, who won their first gold medal.
The dude that beat Noah Lyles, I don't want to butcher his name, but I know I can't even pronounce it. But he first
yeah, he won the first up. Shout out to the gymnast, Soon Lee. I ain't gonna lie, Devin Booker, I hate your dumbass. Shout out to everybody that's doing great. Y'all took all this year. Shout out to the woman who won the throwing contest. Like, there's so many sports that I've witnessed like surpassed. I didn't really pay attention to during life, but they had a grand stage. Shout out to the synchronized swimmers too. Like, that shit gotta be tough being on sync with everybody. Shout out to all the countries. I ain't gonna lie, we neck and neck in gold medals between China and us. Shout out to everybody, y'all. Like, y'all, and shout out to the Philippines. The nigga who won two gold medals for the Philippine niggas over here. He about to get a free home, a free condo, free food for life, all that good stuff. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody who worked hard. Y'all worked hard for 4 years to get to y'all point. Shout out to y'all. Okay, one more thing before we get to our song of the week. Slick, what's your thoughts about the NFL having a facial recognition device at the games?
What's the point of it? I haven't heard about that yet, to be honest.
So basically, they have a device going around that they could pinpoint and identify anybody who attends NFL games throughout the season. I ain't gonna lie, NFL, you on some op shit. Imagine you have some like unpaid parking tickets or some shit like that, and the cops see you at the Cowboy game enjoying your best life, and they wait for you outside of the arena. Like, yeah, nigga, you paid enough money for a ticket. Bring your ass here.
The NFL is the Fed, so I'm not surprised.
All right, let's get to our song of the week. If you listen to this on YouTube, please exit and go to your streaming platform, preferably the live podcast app, which you can find on Apple or Android. And please tune in to our songs of the week on Apple Music playlist or Spotify Music playlist. What's your song? What's up? Bring out the hammer like the judge if there's objections, niggas. Fuck is niggas talking about, Slick? It's up.
That was impressive.
All right. That was our song of the week. You can find our previous song of the week on Apple Music playlist, our Spotify Music playlist. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite. Slick, drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toxic Service announcement. You already know this week's TSA is sponsored by the one and only Heart of Moisture.
This Might Not Go Well podcast is sponsored by Heart of Moisture, your most trusted distributors in all things beauty. From hair products to wellness tools and more, we provide you with access to beauty supplies from wherever you are. Follow us on all social platforms at Heart of Moisture and visit our website at heartofmoisture.com. Let us know how we can serve your community when it comes to your wellness needs. Email us at admin@heartofmoisture.com for more information. Essentials with ease.
All right, shout out to Heart of Moisture. The link will be in our description. Please let them know that you came from over here and support Black female business. But Slick, we got a couple topics here on our TSA. Our favorite girl, Brittney Renner, went through a new rebranding phase. Slick, you want to play the clip real quick?
Let me find it. I mean, tell people who Brittney Renner is first before we even get there.
Brittney Renner is just she's just amazing, you know, like
supreme finesse.
She finds new ways to put herself in the spotlight. I don't even know what exactly she does. She's just an influencer. She's been around for over a decade. You know, she's notable for having a baby with PJ Washington. Having done an interview with Kevin Samuels, twerking on Charleston White, talking about how to scam NBA players. She done it all, Slick. And now she's at her final form. This is like seeing Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, Slick. This is the final form, Slick. And I'm happy. I'm happy to see it, Slick.
All right, let's do it.
First of all, hi. So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old, in with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and, showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not gonna be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect.
So if anybody that's uninitiated, Brittney Renner has seemed to adopted the Muslim faith. Which is, again, before you...
Wallahi, fam. Shout out to all my people. Shout out to all my niggas in Philly with the beard. Shout out to my niggas selling bean pies out here. Shout out to the ox in the corner store. Oh, man, Slick. Let's have some fun with this. Let's be serious first.
Before you wild out, in her journey, I will send her positive energy because I'm like, yo, if this is legit, because we're going to get there, because we know we're going to go there, but if this is legit, like I wish her peace and joy and love and again positive energy and finding religion, finding faith, finding spirituality, and shifting her narrative, realizing her energies weren't possibly being put in the right or proper place prior to this discovery. And if it's legit, yo, more power to you. Now go ahead.
It's just put some positivity before the bullshit. I don't like that because it makes my bullshit sound extra negative. I don't like it.
But I understood it.
Wait, let me do my shit too. Let me do my PC. Let me do my political shit. Click. Yes, I agree, Queen. Never let your past define you. You're not who you are. You are who you are at the present. And I wish you nothing but health, wealth, and success. Hope you stick to it. I hope you found what your calling is. I hope you find all the positivity, Slick. Is that good, Slick? Oh, man. She hit the final phase of being a hoe. I love it. Oh, it's nothing better seeing. I can't even get this out.
Like I said, she reached her final form. The wholeness finally caught up to her. She had to find God.
The holy hoe. That's the final form. The holy hoe. And this is not just towards Muslims or just the Islam religion. It's just all across the board. Even the Christianity, whatever religion you practice, you can always find them, Slick. Or for all you religious people, 7-day Adventists, hey, Miss Bertha that was over here preaching at the Sunday choir, before she got deep in her faith, she was deep on something else. Don't sleep on them, Slick. Don't sleep on them. I love it. I love to see girls try to find any way to delete their wholeness. And I love it, Slick. They try to find every way to delete their wholeness. They either delete pictures, they get off of social media, they move to a different town. Whatchamacallit? Oh man. I love it, Slick. Cause to piggyback off of Brittney Renner, because I'm gonna combine these two. Jayda Wayda. Slick. Jayda Wayda over here, I love her too, because she out here trying to delete her wholeness, Slick. What she said, Slick, let me get the right proper comment that she said.
It doesn't count.
She said that sex doesn't count as a body if it lasts under 3 minutes or if there is a condom was used. Slick, I'm a virgin. Slick, I'm a virgin, Slick.
What is wrong with you, dog?
Well, you see, Slick not ready to pardon me. Like, you ready to pause? Come on.
I was 100% trying to be PC. That's wild shit. Because I agree with you about the whole rebrand. The whole rebrand go real crazy. It go real crazy. You accumulate bodies and you slow down. You go ghost. You delete everything, and then you find a religion, or you have a baby, or you move out of town. You start fresh. It always catch up to you though. It always catch up to you. But
this is girl math.
The Jada shit. The Jada shit is wild. Because I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So if it was under 3 minutes, I got mine. I'm telling niggas asked, I hit it.
I hit. Even if you fall for the stupid, let me put the tip in. I hit. That's a body.
I hit. That's a body. You gonna lie? You gonna lie?
So you're telling me being safe with condoms, it's not a body? So you tell me you can fuck a bitch with a condom on and
it don't count. It don't count for her. It count for you. That's always weird.
J. Cole really right. You gotta multiply it by 3.
Every time a girl says a body count, like on TV or anything like that, I always do the multiply by 3. My shorty would be ready to punch me in my face. She's like, "That's not true." I'm like, every time I look at it, it look like it's about true. By 3.
Slick. This don't make no sense.
She's a
shout out to all my 1 minute niggas out here, bro. Y'all niggas is virgins too.
I'm about to say.
You could go to a girl and be like, "Yo, I ain't fuck no girls in my life." It's lit.
That's a dope idea. We should make like football jerseys with the "I got mine" and just put a random number. Like, that's how many you like. I'm here.
But okay, now let's have a little mature conversation real quick.
You just told me not to be PC, and now you want me to be. All right, go ahead.
No, this shows that all the pump faking girls do. They care about body counts. Also Slick. This shows that women understand our gripe with body counts. Even though they like to publicly denounce us for us and diminish, "Oh, you shouldn't judge it." Y'all care. And y'all understand where we're coming from with the body counts. That's why y'all keep trying to find new ways to diminish your body count, Slick. Stop manipulating us, Slick. Tell these women to stop manipulating us. You care about body count just as much as we care about body count.
They care about perception. So the perception is that if you say your body count, you fuck. There's some running to the set. Some popular to it. Some years she fucked 2 niggas. Some years she fucked like 50. And I was like, oh, that shit funny online. I hope that's a joke because. Well, you're real. You could say, yeah, a nigga going whatever, but yeah, that his 9 out of 10, his perception of you going to change.
That's a fact.
He might. He
like,
can not, and not gonna say he not saying he not gonna love you, cherish you, whatever. But in his mind, when you go on that girl's trip, oh damn, my bitch a eater. Fuck.
Facts. Slick, I don't even ask for my mental health. I don't ask because of what girls. Oh, you shouldn't care. I don't ask because of my mental health because I know because I already know you lying to me now. Especially with shit like this. You telling me 3 minutes? I know some niggas that if your coochie fire, because I nutted in 3 minutes. so that means some girls don't count me as their bodies. So you imagine you ask your girl, what's her body count? She hit you.
I would never ask. I don't care. At this point,
it's 9.
To your point, it doesn't matter because it's not even like, oh, I'm mature. I don't expect you to tell me the truth. I don't care. Like, there's no point. There's no point.
Oh my God. This is so crazy because they manipulate us, Slick. They are manipulating us real time, Slick, right in front of our face.
You know who I blame? The fathers.
Slick, don't do that. Don't do that.
They wasn't there on both ends. That's why we try and change it. We gonna be there for our kids and let them know. Don't be out here wilding in these streets now.
Because what the fuck, Slick? Yo. And so that means like, yo, if a girl actually tells you, yeah, I only been with like this, like you really gotta multiply that shit by 3, Slick. You really gotta sit here and be like, nah,
don't even multiply. Be like, all right, cool. That's what you say. Just like, all right. Well.
Or she might be like, you know, that nigga never text me back after he killed. I ain't gonna count that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that nigga like that. Imagine, yo, the love of my life. If you listening to this, if he was a hoe, let me know he was a hoe. Please, for my heart. Because if we locked and I end up marrying you and I find out you was a hoe, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to divorce you. But marriage is not going to be easy.
Man said I won't leave you. But this shit, just know this shit is up. That's fucked up.
Sup? I ain't gonna lie. I might have to take a trip to DR or something. Just so I can get back on track.
Just to get your shit off.
Cause yo, just let me know you was a hoe. If you let me know from the top, I'm able to deal with you. I'm able to. We can work on this. So think about it. We said this multiple times. We hate a lying hoe. Just don't lie. If you was out here sucking dick over here,
you could be a lot of
at
things.
that quad.
You could be a lot of things. You can't be a lying hoe. At the end of the day, on both sides, you can be a lot of things. You just can't be a lying hoe. That's it.
Oh man. Oh, real quick before I choose one, Slick. Just speaking on Big Sean, I don't know if you're familiar with Queen, the singer.
Oh, Queen Najia.
Queen Najia and her man Clarence NYC. Well, a lot of women been ripping Big Sean and Clarence NYC of their thoughts on marriage. They are upset that they are pregnant in these women, but they're not putting the ring on it. Like the video of Jhene Aiko at her concert in LA when Big Sean was rapping and she put the ring finger like where the ring at type shit. Or for Queen Najia, their 6-year anniversary, he got her something, but audience was upset that he didn't put a ring on it yet. What's your thoughts on this? As a person who put a ring on their short and took their time too.
There is no time frame for that, but that's a male perspective. For women, they're told like they're on a clock, right? So to get the things they want in a presentable package, they need things in a certain time frame. For a lot of men, it's a lot easier to have a baby than it is to get married. And hear me out. The thing about it is, if me and you have a baby, not me and you per se, but like me and Shorty, that's been a pause-worthy episode. But if me and a girl have a baby, it's like, yo, take care of the kid. But if we don't work out, at worst, not saying this is a good thing. Child support is a motherfucker. It beats niggas in their head. But that's 17% in New York. All right, first, whatever you would, my father, he's gonna go above me on. Like, no, if you just giving child support and saying that's it, then nigga, you're scum. But it's like, all right, cool. I'm losing about a fifth of my check, and gotta balance this relationship with this child. Work with the mother to make sure the child is good. There's nothing really to lose outside of that. If we get married and shit don't work for whatever reason, 9 times out of 10, you taking half my shit. You taking half my shit. If there's a child, you getting more than half my shit. And it's also a matter of like, divorce is tough on both parties. Because a lot of times, who files for divorce? Women. So there is no security perspective-wise, and for men, but for women, it offers all the security. If this relationship does not work out, I get everything. Well, not everything. I'm not trying to be exaggerated, but I'm protected. There's financial protections. There's, I get back out there. Niggas love raising other niggas' kids.
That's a fact.
And niggas love fucking other niggas' wives. So it's like, you still get that leverage. And I think that's a tough sell because it's like a lot of us didn't grow up seeing successful marriages, especially from a male point of view. Mm-hmm. A lot of us didn't grow up seeing great examples of fatherhood outside of television. But it's like,
and just on your thoughts on marriage too. You just grow up listening. 50% of all marriage ends in failure, and as a man, you are logical. So you're like, hold on, if half of this shit goes into dust, why would I jump into this shit as fast as 1 year or 2 year of dating?
That's a fact. I think that a big thing is also too. Sean said it. He said, we got some things that we need to work on before we get there. And again, with a baby, that is partnership. That is, and I understand, I was in the room. Like, women damn near lose their lives giving birth. And that is a beautiful thing. And it's like, you want to be there and do these things. Men don't really, I'm being transparent, I didn't even fully understand what was happening until we even talk about these things now. Right? But it's like, for a man, we're not aware of like, damn, that shit is really crazy. Like, you really brought life into this when you say it, but it's like, when you really think about all the things that could go wrong, it's like, all right, yeah. But if I'm not thinking about that, like we have a kid, like we're together, we're bonded, like I'm here. That doesn't offer that security. And to again, full like just observationally, when men and women go through issues, a lot of men will say, "Yo, that person will be a great mother." A lot of men can identify a woman that'll be a great mother before they can identify a woman that'll be a great wife.
Oh, so that's a good bar.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's easier to identify a great mother than it is to identify a great wife, because a woman's maternal instinct is going to, if she has it, is going to kick in, and that baby will be taken care of, and you guys can figure out what that looks like, whether you're together or not. But the illusion of a great wife is powerful, but it's devastating when you realize that it can be just that, an illusion, and you don't want to put yourself in that position. So it's like a security on both ends. Almost. It's weird.
Yeah.
Do I agree with it?
Set.
Yeah, do I agree with it? No, I understand what Sean said, or I think for what a lot of men would love for women to understand, and I know you can say this is a cop-out, a lot of women develop a lot faster than us. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, like professionally. We come along on our own, and again, just from understanding the brothers in my circle, the guys I've come up around, it is something to see a man deal with his pain, because they will become stuck and they will try to figure some things out, and that could take years, and unfortunately that puts women in holding patterns. So you really want to have those conversations and work through those things, but understand that it takes two to tango. Because I'm not giving you my baby till I get my ring. I'm not giving you my ring till I get my baby. Y'all gonna clash. Y'all gonna have unnecessary issues. Trust the process. Trust each other. Talk about it. Figure out what it is. And if it's not on the docket, you gotta dub it.
I have a question just to piggyback on what you just said about the women maturing spiritually and emotionally. I agree with that, but also in these cases as well, when they said they still got stuff to settle down, it's not to put it as a cop out for guys, but guys, a lot of guys in those situations could be like, we do have some problems. I do not like how you move in certain situations. Mm-hmm. And it's like the 80 and 20. I'm not going to leave you because you're lacking this 20, because you cover a lot with this 80. Mm-hmm. But how do I address this 20 that I have a problem with you that is causing me to be hesitant to take that next step in commitment? And I think that's often what happens a lot. We won't leave you because you like that 20%, but we don't know how to actively communicate that 20% to make that commitment jump.
Word. Because again, that 20% sometimes, or at least from a male perspective, might be something that I view as a major part of your identity. Because like things that we think are important might not be important to you, and vice versa. Things that you think are important might not be important to me. But
and to tie it into what you said before, that 20%, now that we have hesitation for that 20%, and understanding the logic that the court system don't mess with us when it comes to marriage
on any level.
We don't get no sympathy. We don't get no sympathy. We're going to lose money. 50% of all marriages in the United States ends in divorce. Covered with that 20% hesitation, and this is not a cop-out, ladies. Please don't send us no angry hate. If you combine all of that together, I can see why God takes his time, especially in his head. Like you said, if we have a kid together, we forever connected. No matter if we are together in title or not, we're going to be forever connected. So I don't see the reason to necessarily put the ring on it per se.
Two things. I love what you just said there. And again, this is just perspective of two men sharing their thoughts, that just like, this is how we observe a situation, right? Like a lot of men without a ring, just being there is their sign of I'm committed to you. And it might not be, that doesn't offer you that security, because if he just wakes up one day, says he wants to go, that's it. But their idea that I'm here, like we got X bank accounts, cars, crib, with all these different elements, it's like we are together. And again, that to the fellas that think that way, that's not offering that security that a lot of women crave and need to make sure, like, yo, this is all worth it. Like, I'm risking my life to give you a baby. I'm, whatever comes out of this, that's important. And then I think just a lot of women, in terms of like the time and a lot of like the thoughts of a man either maturing and stuff. We just had a whole rant about women that lie about things. Not just in body, we talk about body count, but shit like that. And like, but it's like, well, a lot of men that have been in those situations where they feel like a woman has lied to them. Is that 20? Is that hard? Like, oh damn, can't she apologize? Can't she be accountable? And that's why I think we always say accountability is the most important thing. Is like, can you be accountable in your situations? Because that's what's going to allow me to see past just you being a great mother, you being a great wife. Can we, even if it makes me look at you a little different, it's like that's a powerful thing.
And I know women is gonna hate when I say this, but this is just a man perspective. You don't have to agree with this. When men are in love, they know it's suffering. Not suffering in a bad way. Maybe suffering is a poor choice of word. Maybe sacrifice, or maybe just somewhere that like we know that we're going to have to
take an L.
Take it out, and majority of things we know that you're an emotional person, so we know we can't necessarily go that far with you. So it's like
the tools that we have learned used to survive no longer apply. Yeah.
So it's hard for us to do that. And now, not too much on those two situations, but you have to understand. I can understand from Big Sean and Clarence situation, because both of these women were in previous marriage that failed, and you saw the inside of it too. So I can see why he's saying like, you've been married before and you divorced him. I see you went through some things with that person. Let's take our time. I'm here with you. We're rocking. We're working together, and this is a question that we had a couple episodes ago. Is like, why do you want to get married? Do you want to get married because you just think, oh, we've been together for 6 years and it's just a natural step, or is this something that we both want to do? We both committed. We both want to show our love to each other, or you just want people to stop asking you, because it also comes with public pressure as well. So it's like, as women, you just got to ask, why do you want to get married? Do you want to get married for the aesthetics, or do you really? Because at any point you could just tell the person, hey, we don't have to do the wedding stuff. We could just go to City Hall and lock this shit down.
That's offending.
It's a tough conversation.
It is. It's not as so black and white as Twitter makes it seem.
Yeah, and please, stay out of people's relationship. Don't pressure nobody, and don't add pressure to other people's relationship. That's why I commend you, brother, for never putting your relationship online. I respect everyone who keeps their shit low, because people start adding input to people's relationship that shouldn't be allowed.
Everybody likes a good story, and everybody loves to poke at a good story even more. So this is the headache of it.
Facts. All right, let's wrap up this episode. This is our Choose One. Last week I like our movie, so I think I'm gonna continue to trim the black movies. This time I'm gonna do a comedy versus Slick. This week's Choose One, Black Movie Edition. Coming to America or Friday?
Friday.
The first Friday.
First Friday.
You from Southside Jamaica, Queens, where he went to go find his queen. You're not going to pick Coming to America?
No.
What? Really?
Coming to America is great, but I just feel like Friday just hit, because Friday Comes to America with some sensational wild shit that's just like only Eddie Murphy and who could come up with. This is a great watch, comedic genius, but I just feel like Friday was just like, it's exaggerated, but it's real. Like, nigga, I'm home on Friday. What we finna do? It was the wildest Friday ever. Chris Tucker knocked it out the park. Like, finding out that Ezell stole them boxes and got Craig fired all them years later was fucking hilarious. Right? Debo, Neil Long, Tiny Lister, like they're good. It's so many classic people in that movie. Faison Love, it's a great story.
You could say the same for Coming to America. Over here, you had Arsenio Hall. You had some other famous people at that time, though. They was popping at that time.
100%. Like Louis, Tracy, everybody. But I just feel like Friday just hit every note for me. Like as a loving comedy.
James Earl Jones, John Amos, Louis Anderson.
It Comes to America is really some sensational wild shit. This Prince of Afro-Zamunda comes to America to find his queen and shit. It's dope. Just let your soul glow. Like,
bro, come on.
It's classic. But you said which one? If I have to go watch something right now, I'm watching Friday.
You know what? I'm pumping Coming to America like this. Like Friday is not in my top 3 movies of all time. That's not necessarily Friday. I'm more of a Friday After Next. I can quote Friday After Next throughout the whole entire film. Friday After Next is I like Next Friday, don't get me wrong, with Pinky. It's Pinky, nigga. But Friday After Next is in my top 3 favorite movie, and I just like the Friday series over, so I am going to go with Friday.
You excited?
But let us know which choice you make. What?
You excited about they making the 4th one finally, the last Friday?
Nah, too many of the iconic people passed away. You have Tiny Lister passed away. You have John Witherspoon passed away. You have a lot of people who I don't know how the story is going to go. They definitely need DC Young Fly in there. They definitely need his son O'Shea Jackson in there. But I'm with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna support it. Shout out to Ice Cube and what he's doing with the Big 3. I'm gonna support it. But due to contract stuff, they should have done this 10 years ago, honestly. But look like Chris Tucker is down to do it. So, but let us know which one you choose. I think I like this movie versus. I think I'm gonna continue it. Maybe I might do a white edition. Maybe White Boy Can't Jump, or maybe Titanic versus what's a good white movie? Put one like real quick. A classic white movie.
I don't know, nigga.
Wolf on Wall Street. Maybe we might do that.
Inception.
Yeah. Nah, Inception, that shit, I was confused at the end of that shit.
That's why it's fire. It's subjective.
All right, but let us know which one you choose in the comments, and we appreciate you joining us on this audio journey. And please download the Live Podcast app on iOS and Android, and follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If you're in a brand new deals business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgo@gmail.com. I'm the voice of Outside, Be Breezy, aka Poppy Size Zone.
That's one half of the Therapy Bros, your boy Slick Grayson, aka your favorite father. Have a great one, y'all. We out of here.
Takao.
Just take the beats.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.